The Koenigsegg Regera, is it still OP? I said OP, not OPP. Yeah, you know me. About 2 of you are going to understand that joke, but whatever. If you do, let people know in the comments. Right, the Regera in this game, actually in the last game, was definitely the most overpowered car in the game, except for the turning. Well, this game has had an overhaul of the handling, and it's like, I'm kind of interested, is this better? The RSR has had a buff. Has this had a buff too? Now, there is only one car that accelerates better than this stock, and that is this Mclaren P1 Gtr. Now, it's a race car. It's meant to. But there's one problem with the Mclaren P1 Gtr. The top speed is not as good as the Regera. The Regera comes standard 400 plus. Let's buy the Regera and see. Been grinding up a little bit of money so we can do this. It's still got the brown interior, which is just not my favorite. But anyway, off the line, it's still pretty quick. It's pretty meaty. It's got stock tires. I'm pretty sure we can put some stuff on this. We can put the big boy boost on this as well. Or maybe the little ones. There's a lot we can do to this car. The acceleration of this car, I'm actually going to drive it for a little bit first, gets crazier because it gets faster, or at least it feels like that, when it gets to the higher end. Normally cars begin to slow down about now, but the Regera just keeps pulling and keeps pulling. And actually, try it again, accelerating, 200, 210, and 220. Okay, no, it's doing better. It's doing better this time. But you have to be going dead straight this time. Before, it was just in high speeds in general. But again, we haven't put the parts on it yet, so let's go do that. The reason I currently have high hopes for this, high speed is the best stock standard overall, no matter what you're doing with it. Now, the thing is, this comes with ultimate parts already. A standard. It's already got a turbocharger equipped to it, so there's nothing we can do. Ooh. Hold on a second. This is the first vehicle I've driven in where a supercharger is going to give us a benefit. Interesting. So I don't know, honestly, much about the types of superchargers. I'm actually going to read this for the first time. So it seems that, realistically, it doesn't matter which one you go for. So I'm going to go for the one that I do already have. There may be a slight difference, but we'll have to experiment with that at some point. Getting the boost all the way to 10. We're going to go for the big boy NOS. The big boy NOS is the one. Now, we've still got to do suspension. It's currently stock. I don't know if it's actually going to give it an advantage. Just a little bit. Just a tiny, teeny little bit. This could be a 10-10-10 car. I mean, 4 10s. Hopefully, we'll find out. But we've got more tires to put. We've got better elite tires. We can put the track tires on, or the drag tires are gonna get us even grippier. Okay, I guess we get into the visual customization of the Regera. I think it's gonna be pretty much the same as it's always been with this car. I love this. There's no actual wing. I mean, there is still. I guess you can still have the goey uppy wing, but that's exactly what we're going for. I think they've made that bigger, to be honest with you. Rear bumper customizations. I'm going to have some little bit of weight cut off there. Very cool indeed. This thing is going to look beautiful by the time I'm done. There's actually a Regera behind us right there. Actually, can we compare cars and see what he's got? So he's got a Regera here, but his is worse. Only in the nitrous department. Aha! I think most of the customizations on the car, I say most. All of the customizations on this car are practically the same. But can you remember in the last game, everybody was building Regeras? I haven't seen many people actually build them, even to test them this time. I actually really like that Speed Hunter's front bumper. It's just a little tiny difference, but Koenigsegg going a bit crazy with the visual mods, you know? Lightning McQueen became a Regera. Okay. And we've got this one here, which is actually looking pretty good. I don't like the super reflective. I know this is just a color, but this guy inspired me. I'm actually going to go with this gold. And we'll decide, we'll dictate. If it is overpowered, the gold stays. I'll accept. If it's not overpowered, the gold's coming off. Hang on. We forgot the diffuse. I know people are going to be shouting and saying, no, the exhaust is wrong. In fact, that's right. Yes, Google told me so. This exhaust system is correct. It's not wrong. This is right. The actual exhausts are at the sides. The more you know. Right. Save. This car is blindingly gold. Right. I've done some testing. Now, the fastest car I have at the moment that we have tested and tried out personally is the Ferrari FXXK. It's stable at high speeds. It's stable at low speeds. Perfectly perfect. if you will. Now, I know that's not the fastest car, but will this replace that? I did some testing a little bit ago. I've done this race many, many times because it's one of my favorite races to go to. The Regera has to sit at mostly 200 miles an hour. There we go, get that boost going. Now, ignore. What are you doing? It's struggling on the lows, picking up. And it's gone. Okay. Now, we should enter a corner about 200 once we're away from all these and leave it at about 190. That seems to be the speed. So, entering correctly and leaving just under 190. Let's get some speed up. Try it again. Entering it faster. Fully turning still. Leaving at 190. All right. Well, I know it's kind of early to say. Oh, it's slipping a little bit. I feel like we could probably put drag tires on this and make it even cooler. Okay. I'm not going to jump in and say it's OP right now, but it definitely holds its speed much better than it did in the last game. Remember, you had to slide everywhere, and that's where you'd probably mess up. It was, in fact, too fast. A car being too fast has actually been an issue before in Need for Speed history. Does anyone else remember Most Wanted 2012? Yeah, I remember. Oh, it's still slipping a little bit. Well, that gives us a basic bit of knowledge. It can hold its speed just as well as my Ferrari. But the easiest way for us to compare these realistically is to swap the Ferrari here. So the power is down by 0.2. But other than that, I guess the acceleration technically of this is better. But see, this is where the stats don't really tell us the full story. Can we toggle the stats? Let's go into the performance, toggle the stats, and it should tell us a little bit more. So the 0 to 60, sure, again, that's great. That doesn't tell us what we need to know. I know, the RSR is supposed to be the fastest car thus far. But have you considered that most of the events post you doing the game, if you're going for money, long straights? This is where I'm very interested. I think the best thing we can do is find one of these events. I can't even remember. I think. Aha, perfect. This is one of those events right here. So I'm actually going to select this. We're going to do this in the Ferrari, and then we're going to do it and see the time difference. Of course, one of the advantage of this car, other than the stupid morons in front of me, it turns very, very well. It holds its own very, very, very well. And I want to see what speed we're going to get across the line as well, just to get an idea. This thing accelerates pretty damn well on its own. 224. 2 minutes 50.70 was the final on this race. Now, in switch car. Come on, Regera. Let's see if you are worth my money. To be fair, I did spend more on the Ferrari, so don't think I'd be annoyed either way. All right, let's go. So, corner. Okay, you know what? It definitely feels better on corners than it used to do. If a corner came up on the last game, you would have been in trouble. Even though a lot of the races were very cornery. The sound is one thing. It's throwing me off. It makes it feel like it's slower. I think towards the high 200s, it is actually slower. I'm struggling a little bit there. Give me the boost! So the only difference is we had the separate NOSes on the last car. But realistically, it shouldn't make too much of a difference. So the twitching at high speeds really makes it struggle to gain past anywhere. Oh my god. I think this is definitely going to be the fastest top speed, though. I have to mention the handling of this car. I'm impressed. I don't feel like I need to struggle so much with this car. It's definitely improved. Again, realistic, I'm trying to compare to a game where we're forced to drift all the time. We're no longer forced to drift all the time. This is definitely going to be the fastest car in the game. What on earth? That was an AI that spawned in the wrong direction. Goodbye, my friends. Oh, you're being toasted. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on this. It's pretty close. How are we going to do? Come on. No. It's slower. It's slower. It's definitely slower. 5 seconds slower. That could have been errors on my own part, but realistically, no matter who's driving. The times are significantly different, and technically I should have driven better in this car since it was my second run. So, there you go. The Regera is no longer overpowered. At least it may be, but then they just made some things better. I think the only thing I really have left to test is the RSR and the P1 Gtr. Those are the next two I really, really need to try in this game. So there you go. Don't buy yourself the Regera. It's kind of pointless. All right, be sure to smash like, my friend. Subscribe if you're new. Let me know if there's any other cars that you think we should try. For example, the Evo. I know some people are going to ask me to try that. Anyway, be sure to smash like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. I wonder how much money I can get for this. Peace.